How's it? Today is Friday, May 20th. Um, I actually didn't know what I was gonna do today. Like, quite literally, I showed up today. I asked Steve what I should do yesterday, and he didn't respond to me. He said that he wanted to talk to me before today, but he didn't get back to me at all. So I'm here just trying to move around and do my best. I because it's Friday, I elected to do both snatch and clean jerk, and just work up to a few decent heavy attempts. Whatever that meant is whatever that meant. I ended up going for 100 for snatch. I went for. I made the first attempt and then I was like, yeah, this is kind of hard. So I tried a couple more after that. I didn't make any more, so I made one at 100 today. And then I moved into clean jerk. I was like, all right, like I'll be cool if I get 125 today. So I did 125. It wasn't the worst. It definitely didn't feel great. But then Shaq was showed up. I mean, he showed up like halfway through my workout anyway. Like he showed up towards the end of my snatches. Um, and then David showed up, and I was just like, all right, like what do I do? I think this is it. And then I sat for a little bit, and then I decided to go for 130. I made it, but my upper back is honestly um, a little bit beat up. I don't really like the way that this feels. So I decided not to do any front squats because of that. And I also think that if I move the front squats to Saturdays, um, I can front squat more. So just because I don't have anything in front of it, like with front squats on Fridays, I do all my warm up for snatch, and then my top snatch sets, and then all my warm up for clean and jerk, and then my top clean and jerk sets, and then all my warm up for front squats, and then at that point I'm like at the very earliest an hour and a half into the weightlifting session. Typically it's closer to 2 hours in, and that's not a conducive environment to lifting the heaviest for front squats. Yeah, so I just actually do my classic pull-ups with my GHD sit-ups, and yeah. So I think 80, and then I go 90. Yeah, so I totally forgot that this happened. I definitely missed that rep, and then that it kind of just like carried through, where it just didn't feel like anything was moving the way I wanted it to. I don't know if you can hear me. I'm grimacing and grunting like, oh my god, as I'm lifting that. Here's my last warm up before 100. Very lucky to make that lift. And then here's my only attempt that I made at 100. I ended up going for 4 attempts, I think. Woo, I am really, really, really far to the right. I take a step to the right even. Like my hips and my arms are not set up correctly. You see there. I'm pointing to the right because the weights actually moved. And then you can see here that I have the clips on there. So hopefully it doesn't happen anymore, but I just don't end up making any of these. And it's perplexing to me because I feel like I should be able to snatch and make these, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Yep. And then I was like, what? I made one. And then that was it. That was good enough for me today. Yeah. We were also talking about doing super total training, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, you should have like a little entry fee where it's like you should make some sourdough as part of the competition." Because that's been my whole life lately. It's just tailoring everything around the desire to make more sourdough. And that was just a funny thought. These don't actually look too bad. I think one thing I should try to focus on a little bit more is keeping my chest up further off of the ground. I think that is the big thing that is keeping me from being super consistent with my cleans. Because some of them I am able to do it, some of them I totally forget to do it. And it's kind of weird because I've been lifting for so long. Here's my 125 that I thought was going to be my heaviest lift today. So the 120 earlier, that dip was extremely bad and then it forced me forward. And so then when I jerked it, it just didn't go straight. It's a little bit better. I was able to kind of rely on my wrists uh, going into extension. And then my 130 here. Yeah. It's ridiculously difficult on that clean. I think this jerk was the best jerk though, if I remember. Yeah. Yeah, that was the best jerk. Of course. My last one, for whatever reason, is the best one. Yeah. I'm like hurting right here. um, yeah, and then as I mentioned earlier, I did my pull-ups and my GHD sit-ups to finish off today. I don't know what's gonna happen next week. Um, yeah, everything is really sore. Everything is just not going the way that it should be. So I imagine Steve is gonna have me do like a deload of some sort. I don't know. Maybe I'll just change my exercise selection altogether. Um, but yeah, that's not too much else to say about today. Pretty challenging, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching. Shoots.